Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Rocket Rats, which, despite the fact that it might kind of look like a puzzle platform or something like that, it's actually a pretty good bullet heaven. We're just gonna dive into this. So, it's made by, what do we immediately get an upgrade. Roll? Roll as in reroll upgrade options. That's kind of fun. Let's just go for raw damage and we'll see how it works. So yeah, it's it's kind of like an overly cutesy bullet heaven about rats landing on stellar bodies and fighting other stellar bodies for cheese. I don't know, it's kind of a silly concept, but I like it, purely from a, this is actually really well made. It's made by Gaganfa? I do not know how to pronounce it, but a developer who's kind of been around in the roguelike sphere for a very, very long time. Made games like Taroom, for example, which I don't think I've really covered too many other games prior, just never really, stars never really aligned. But now I'm shooting them, so hey, I guess this one worked out. I don't know, it's just one of those neat kind of developer situations where they're able to, star ally. Now in every 5 waves, you summon a star ally that also shoots projectiles. Waits until next ally. So this one scales on its own, which is kind of tempting, because none of the other ones actually really help me. So sure, we'll pick it up. Unfortunately, it scales based on what wave I'm on, and it seems like the stars just shoot in whatever direction they feel like. So probably not that practical, but maybe once we hit like wave 19 or 23 or something like that, we're going to be just surrounded in stars shooting in circles around me. I don't think I'm going to focus fire on it. I think I'm going to go for like just raw damage and crit. We're going to see if we can just go with the biggest possible gun. But, if I need some fallback extra things to invest in, I will. I kind of wish the UI was moved over here. The fact that my little rat portrait, cute as it is covering just a little bit of the bottom of the screen is actually a little bit of a problem, because it means enemies can sneak up through here. Also, this is a lot of enemies. Okay, so increases ammo count. That might be good. Movement speed, health, roll. Let's roll. Let's see what I can get. Reload speed by 45%. Yeah, let's go for that. Because the extra, bullet capacity would be nice, but I don't know how practical that is. Any of these stars. If I can do just a little bit more damage, I can actually one-shot a star. Ooh, and 3-shot a moon, which we are going to need. Because yeah, I'm starting to feel kind of overwhelmed here. I can't actually control where I'm shooting. Let's see, bullet penetration by 80%. Oh, okay, so that's actually huge. But yeah, I can't actually control where this sucker's shooting. So I'm entirely, reliant on its clearing a path for me. Because yeah, as far as I know, there's no way to take, manual control and shoot at anything specifically. That's okay. Let's see, fire rate and reload speed. Star shots have increased damage. I think I'm still going to focus really hard on just, just the basic attack and pushing that up as much as I possibly can. So I think we're just here forever. I actually do not, well, we're not here forever, but I do not know if there's an end round or if we just go until we get overwhelmed. There's probably some kind of ending, but it does seem like every time we defeat something, we get bullet damage, bullet penetration. Okay. It seems like every time we defeat an enemy, we get a small fraction of cheese, which is our meta currency. I like the commitment to the bit. I don't know. I need to go back and watch Wallace and Gromit. The whole moon being made out of cheese shtick was funny. It's literally the only Wallace and Gromit episode I've ever seen, and it feels like I should probably go back and watch some more of them. I don't know. I don't even know if it was, a particularly popular show in the 90s? I think it might have came out beforehand. Okay, so Curse, 999 damage after its duration's up. Movement speed, we can just reroll. Looks like I can reroll every turn. Extra hearts, whenever you shoot, you have a chance of summoning an arrow projectile. Let's go for that. Seems like the arrow projectile does at least a portion of my damage. I have no idea how that maths out. But at least it's kind of a hard proc that scales off of me attacking often. I still prefer to focus mostly on my own attacks. Shot number by 2 switches shot spread to angular. Oh, Okay, so now it's a triple shot with Pierce. Okay, that's really good. I actually kind of like the reload. The shooting and reload animations are actually really fun. Okay, what is this one? Fire rate and reload speed. Like, when you fire, the bullets just kind of fly out of the clip, but then when you reload, it goes dig-dig-dig-dig. I don't know. It's those little, like, bits that actually really give this game some extra flair and flavor. And yeah, we are definitely mowing through them a lot faster. More on stars, movement, curse, lightning. Lightning would be interesting. Let's see if I can go for something else. So crit chance wouldn't be a bad idea, or ammo capacity. I'm gonna go for ammo capacity right now, just because. We're burning through we're burning through our magazine pretty quickly. And it feels like I could actually, I don't know, it's one of those where, like, some bullet heavens I just don't even bother. Hello. Impact 7, shot number by 4, projectile damage by 80%, knockback, and extra ammo. Sick. Okay, so now I just have a street sweeper for a gun. I'm assuming, considering that was all rainbow looking, that's probably the upper limit on what I can do upgrade-wise for this gun. It is just so satisfying watching that reload go by. Question mark, question mark, question mark, increases dodge chance by... Huh. That's a new one. Okay, so it seems like there's a lot of ability cards that I haven't seen before. And I'm also still starting to get a little overwhelmed here. It's fine. Actually, I don't know. This one's definitely harder on the roguelite side of things. There's a lot of meta progression to be had. At least I think there is. And so I don't actually mind being overwhelmed here if it means... I don't mind being overwhelmed if it means, like, getting back and getting a bunch of meta progression. I don't know, it varies on the game. I think it's mostly just that these runs are nice, short, sweet, and to the point. And therefore, I don't know, they don't outstay their welcome exactly. There we go. Do we want any of these? The poison could be interesting. The lightning could be interesting. Let's go for the arrow. I was hoping for more fire rate upgrades, but it looks like we haven't found any more of those. Or we're capped on it? No idea. Yeah, none of them have touched us so far, so that's a good sign. Yeah, the stars are kind of okay. I think if I built towards them, I would have been having some problems. But then again, I mean, considering the street sweeper and how effective that's become, now that I've maxed out its upgrade, maybe it's one of those where I just need to put a bunch of levels into it. Ammo by 20%, projectile damage by 20%, fire rate by 20%. Yeah, there's a very big natural synergy there between just the ammo capacity, fire rate, and bullet damage upgrades. Whereas I don't really see anything that boosts summoned projectiles or incidental effects. It seems like the arrows do half of my bullet damage? It's hard to tell. Was that 13 damage? I don't know. Yeah, we're only firing one arrow per shot, so it's not actually that good yet. But maybe I just need to get more arrows. Arrows can also do critical damage. I mean, fair enough. I should probably invest in crit next. Because yeah, I don't think I'm benefiting too much from those arrows. Even if I do put some more upgrades into them, I think they're still going to be kind of secondary compared to if I upgraded a whole bunch in terms of like raw damage, fire rate, and so on and so forth. Because the arrows kind of are standalone. Arrow chance increased by 15%, arrows do extra damage, or ammo by 100%. More bullets. Ooh. I'm actually getting overwhelmed. I guess part of it is because I can't aim, I can't quite clear in a direction. So they're actually kind of likely to stack up on me. Whoop. Yeah, we're gonna start getting hit here. That dodge chance is nice, though. Okay, so what is this? After reloading, 30% chance of increasing your fire rate by 200% until the next reload. Heck yeah, that's actually going to be huge. You definitely can tell when I've got that fire rate boost, because I just clear my ammo capacity in no time flat. Of course, I don't think it's going to be enough, but who knows, I might be able to survive this. One of the things that pulled me in on this game originally was just the fact that it was such a small, limited environment. Ammo damage, projectile damage by 50% of your ammo. Huh. The extra damage is kind of interesting. I like that scaling, too. I don't know if we're going to be able to get enough upgrades, but it does seem like it's making a difference here. Kind of. No, we're a host. But I like bullet heavens that actually do have either really limited environments or really big, expansive, like, explorable ones. That dodge has saved my bacon. Amount of cheese collected by 50%. I don't think it's going to make a difference here, but at least we'll be able to get a little bit of last-minute cheese. Yeah. Got me an amount. Wasn't amazing. But let's go back to the lobby and see what I can spend. Okay, so we got two upgrade paths. We've got character-specific ones. Oh, Star Ally 7, Ammo 7, Poison 7 or Curse 7, Arrow 7, or Lightning 7. So that's how we get the other characters. So we can also get, during waves, number 9, 19, and 29, get an extra upgrade. That's useful. And the rest of these are kind of expensive. Projectile damage wouldn't be bad, but let's take a look at this first. So these are all expensive. Bullet damage, crit chance and crit damage, or fire rate and reload speed. I think we're going to go for fire rate and reload speed. It looks like I can maybe only have one of these equipped per. Okay, slows down enemies by 10% for every level. Hearts, or movement speed and dodge chance. Yep, so we can only have one equipped. So let's do the fire rate, reload speed, and just damage. Or not damage, slowing down enemies, because that just seems really good. Alright, so do we want to go for Star Ally first? Yeah, I mean, starting off with it seems like a good idea. Because that gives it the most possible runway to scale. And let's just invest super hard in it. That might cause problems, if only because it still probably isn't going to be very good until wave 11. So I'll probably want to mix in something else. Probably fire rate and lightning. If I get the chance. That's projectile damage. We could also go for curse. Oh, the lightning scales off of when you hit an enemy. So the lightning actually would scale really well with the massive number of bullets I had. Doesn't do that much damage, but that's okay. Star Allies have increased fire rate and also can do crit damage. Sure. But yeah, let's see if we can max some of these out and unlock some other characters, just for the sake of variety. Unfortunately, I mean, investing in them is going to be expensive. Like, this game has a substantial meta progression curve here. Increases your bullet penetration by 100%. I really like these gold cards that just pop up. Those are actually really nice. Like, as it stands, most of the basic, like, stat card upgrade paths are very static. As far as I know, there's no variation in what they're... Okay. There's no variation in in what each of the cards do. However, it's clear that there's some bonus cards that have nothing to do with like the upgrade paths. They just show up and are good. Do I want that fire rate? I do, but let's keep pushing lightning for the time being. The lightning also has an added minor knockback effect, which I like. So we might want to scale up our gun damage. I don't think I'm going to focus on it over the summons or anything else. But seeing as we've increased our base damage by 2, that actually is huge. I wonder if there's an unlock system or if those are just totally random. Because I certainly haven't seen any new cards unlocking, so I'm assuming it's just rolling the dice every single time and just being like, oh, here you go. Okay, further projectile impact, yeah. The reason why we want this is lightning triggers per hit, not per shot. Which means if I'm hitting a lot of things, we're going to be triggering a lot of lightning. I don't know if its damage is that good. It seems to be about 4. Oh, we get 2 levels. Nice. So lightning chance increased by 20%. Lightning damage increased by 80%. And yeah, the lightning will hit other things too. So I can rely on it to soften things up at least a little bit. And yeah, those extra upgrade options are nice. Projectile impact and knockback. The question about the knockback is, does that affect my lightning? I want to say it does, but it's really hard to tell. The stars are actually becoming at least somewhat worthwhile. Lightning can also crit, sure. Not that I've invested too hard into crit chance. Okay, doing reasonably well. I was worried that going down this path was going to get me overwhelmed. I'd done a test run where I'd focused on the star and I got wrecked somewhere around here. I think it was when the planets started showing up. That's when I was really having trouble. Star shots deal damage in an area of effect. Well, that's going to be nice when things get busy. And they don't need to reload or anything. Bit of a shame they don't scale off of any of my other upgrade cards. Because boy, if I could get them to scale off of that fire rate upgrade, ooh. Okay, star shots have increased damage, increased fire rate. Well, you know what? They have their own upgrade path that might make them just as good. I think the one unfortunate part is I don't think they proc the lightning. So they're kind of independent. It's where I'm always an advocate of like A-B options in these games where like, you know, here's star level 4. This one makes it so it fires faster and does more damage. This one makes it so they proc like poison and lightning effects. I don't know. It's not particularly necessary here, but it is one of those where there's kind of like a lot of synergy potential that isn't quite there. Unless they're like secret cards, like, hey, if you get both star 5 and lightning 5, you get like a golden card that says, hey, your stars trigger lightning, and your lightning, well, yeah, your stars trigger lightning or something like that. It's not that your lightning is going to trigger stars. You could have something where like a lightning strike has a chance to empower your stars for a little while, or who knows what. Like, sky's the limit with these things, especially if you keep them kind of rare. Yeah, so unlike the bullet one where we were reliant on piercing, this time, I could go for the crit damage. That's tempting. But I really want to go for this, because eventually it lets me shoot multiple projectiles. I thought. At the very least, it means the bullets I shoot do a ton of damage. But yeah, it probably would have been more practical for me to go for maybe fire rate, but then also definitely crit. Because both my stars and my lightning can crit with this current setup. Let's see, increases ammo, chance of inflicting poison, nah. Okay, star shots have have infinite projectile penetration. And we've unlocked a new character. Nerdy. Yeah, normally I turn off the sound effects, and I should probably turn them down at the very least, but I actually do like them. They're repetitive, but in kind of a, like, charming way. The audio design for this is quite good. There we go. I just want to be able to hear the music a bit better. But yeah, it's just kind of nice soft bloops for the most part. It's just the lightning and bullets hitting that pushes the sound effects a little bit up. I could go for the crit chance. That is tempting. Should have gone for the crit chance. Whatever. Let's just go for some fire rate up in this. The faster my gun fires, the more it is going to trigger lightning, which we do want. I do wonder if I'm misremembering things or if there are randomly generated stat cards here. Because I would have assumed I would be shooting at least 3 bullets by this point. Maybe it's the next bullet upgrade that makes it so it fires 3 at a time. I'd swear I was having a much harder time the last time I played this. Let's keep re-rolling. We're looking for thunder. Oh, we get 2. Nice. There it is. Lightning chance increased by 10%. Lightning damage increased by 50%. So now, I want to say that's like a near 100% chance to trigger lightning every time my bullets hit an enemy. That's pretty good. Kind of pleasant. It's almost like elevator music in the background. And maybe not quite elevator music. It's something like main menu music on a DVD or something to that extent. Okay, shot number by 2. There. I don't actually necessarily know if the extra shot angle or the extra bullets is going to be worth it. Maybe it is. It feels like it probably is going to be. And yeah, now we've got 5 stars rotating around us. And the longer this goes, the more stars I get. And the more stars I get, the more they're just going to be shooting things in a circle around me. Okay, go for the fire rate? Yeah, go for the fire rate. I think the music also changes on a wave-by-wave basis. I could be wrong, but it feels like it's switched a couple of times. Here, let's actually boost the music. Kind of boost both. There we go. I do really appreciate that the sound effects and music volume started at 50%. Too many games launch at, like, ear-blastingly high volumes, and I hate that. It's agonizing. And there is a certain kindness to a developer that turns their game down by default. And this is one of those where I'm constantly, like, pining after more of that. Shot number by 4. Yeah. So is it one of those where the impact upgrades got swapped around? I'd swear we had, like, another, like, in-between upgrade level there. And is upgrade level 7 the max? I thought there was a higher tier. Oh, it doesn't really matter. It's very zen. Okay, fire rate, reload speed, yeah, we're gonna need that. We're firing like half of our magazine every time we shoot. And I don't know, that's fine. I guess the less downtime we have, the better. Let's see, increases ammo, eh. Let's go for crit. Let's see what that gets us. I'd definitely like to see more abilities unlocked here. My main worry is just that we're honestly only being provided X amount of potential upgrade paths and they feel maybe a little repetitive. This is one of those where it's like, it's hard to criticize bullet heavens and incremental games too deeply. Mostly from the perspective of just like, I guess who cares? You know, who cares if they don't have the, like, 30 plus hour staying power? You know, I just finished Deep Space Cache a couple days ago and really enjoyed that game. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was 2 hours long, but also dirt cheap. And so, like, this is a $6 game. And so, to some degree, well, I could, like, ask for more and, like, hope for more things. Ooh, crit chance and fire rate. So that's useful. Screen is, a little hard to parse, but luckily my enemies are having a very hard time getting close to me. I do a lot of AoE. I think that's the big one. I wonder what wave I ended on the last time. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Yeah, they are getting a little close to me. Crit chance, crit damage. And we're just going to delete things from existence. And my main problem is just like, we're not... I think we're not reloading fast enough, so it gives my enemies just enough time to kind of get in here and surround me. Even though I'm, like, deleting them from existence, that's still enough to stop them. I do wonder if going for the bullet damage was a mistake. That if I had had really high fire rate... If I had really high fire rate, comboed with, let's see, really high fire rate comboed with all these other effects, maybe that would have been better. You know, stick to the single shot and just really burn out shots. I'll have to mess around with that, because that might actually be the case. Because I don't think I need the spread shot. How many of those bullets are actually getting wasted here? Sad part is, I'm mostly getting hit by the stars. Okay, I'm gonna go for the extra hearts. And... the fire rate bonus. Yeah, the problem is we effectively instantly clear our clip. But it's the... it still takes some time to reload. Yeah, I think I might just try and go for the health upgrades, just to see if any of them let me heal slowly. Because even at just like half a health per round would functionally keep us here forever. It seems like I don't need to dodge, but I do. Ow. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, wave 30 is the end. And looks like I might not be able to get any more upgrades. Yep, nope. Now it's just meta progression frenzy and nothing more. You know, however much I can get, awesome. But I am not going to survive this process. There are no more upgrades to be had. And that's okay. I'm going to be able to buy so many things. Okay, so let's take a look. Doubles your chance of getting rare upgrades. Roll count by 1 for every level, or upgrade options by 1 for every level. Let's go for the rare. Those just sound fun. Slow that down. And that was like most of my currency. So we also have Nerdy. Star ally upgrade at the start of the game. Star upgrades more likely to appear. Star shots do more damage. Crit chance, star ally, star ally. Star shots travel in a wave-like pattern. Increase damage. Stop earlier and explode. Start with 2 extra star allies. Whoa. Upgrade options and roll count by 1. Whenever you roll, your projectile damage and reload speed increase by 3%. What? Okay, I'm gonna probably stick to the basic rat, at least for a little while. Doubles your chances of getting rare upgrades. Yeah, so this is kind of the projectile rat. Okay. This is fun. It's definitely a bullet heaven meant to be played swiftly. Let's skip the damage. Well, okay, so we want a little bit of projectile damage. Let's go for the fire rate. Let's see if I can max out projectile, fire rate, crit, and thunder this time. Let's skip the star allies. They weren't that amazing. Increases all damage sources by 40%. Okay, yeah, so it's the rare upgrades that are really going to make a huge difference here in a lot of ways. Okay, so lightning whenever you hit an enemy, 40% chance of doing lightning. And then I think I'll go for arrows? Probably arrows. Cheese, increase the amount of cheese gained by 50%. I like it, I don't think I want it. The main thing is, like, we only get so many upgrades on this. If Wave 30 is the end and we get 4 extra upgrades, we effectively get 34 upgrades that we can spend on whatever. 50% more cheese is not a bad idea. And maybe I should consider going for it. We should probably also roll more often. Move speed, projectile damage, or go for the arrow. Because yeah, we want to get arrow up to maximum. Because I might as well unlock the other characters. Yeah, every time I re-roll, it boosts my damage and my reload speed. So we kind of want to be re-rolling constantly, even if it's potentially to my detriment. There's only so many options to begin with. Okay. Fire rate and reload speed. Yeah, we want to just max that out this time around. And yeah, stay away from shooting multiple projectiles at once. Like, maybe I go for the 3. But it's hard to say. But yeah, I just want to shoot a bunch of really basic shots. And just trigger a ton of lightning and arrows off of that. Let's see. Fire rate by 30%, reload speed by 50. Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice coffee break roguelike more than anything else. Roguelike or Bullet Heaven. Much as I want to grab that, we're rolling. And we get it anyway. Okay, start going for crit or arrows. Much as I want to go for crit, let's go for the arrows now. I'm curious how much I can actually boost my reload speed by hitting these rolls. Because I know I might also be able to increase the amount of rolls that I have. So like on a per round basis, I could potentially increase my projectile damage. Is it even? Yeah, it is increasing my projectile damage by a smidge. Ooh, base damage by 2. Not that base damage is like really my goal on this one, but we already have a 40% damage increase and we're scaling it every time I do a roll. So it seems practical enough. Increase fire rate by 300% based on how low your current ammo is. I mean, that sounds fun. But I think the only thing that's going to stop me from rolling every round is if a rare upgrade shows up. That actually seems worth going for. Because those don't come back often, whereas that fire rate one will come back. And yeah, we are cruising here. Okay, next level of arrow. Enemies kill trigger your chance of summoning arrows. Oh. Oh no. Infinite cascading death? Let's go. If that... I guess I should probably explain that. Infinite cascading death is... I mean, I guess it's a theoretical thing possible in any kind of roguelike that has proc effects. Specifically proc on kill. Where if you kill an enemy, it explodes. And, oh boy. Okay, so this is where things start falling apart. Yeah, the big planets are kind of chunky. And so I'm going to have some problems here. So you kill an enemy, it explodes, and then all of the enemies that got killed by that then explode as well. Arrows summon 2 other arrows upon impact, or lightning can crit. Keep going for arrows here. So this is, I mean, I'd say this is probably most common in Risk of Rain, for example, where if you get the Spectral Daggers and Will-O-Wisp Jar, and like 1 or 2 other things, you can potentially just kill one enemy and every other enemy in the area is going to blow up and die. Though with its health scaling, that tends to be rare. Infinite ammo for 5 waves. Waves remaining 5. No, I don't like that. Summon twice as many arrows. And we've unlocked the Archer Rats. Make 3. Huh. Oh, mice, of course. But so, Infinite Cascading Death is one of those combos that I wish I could hit more often. Do we want to just grab that? No. It's one of those I wish I could hit more often just because it's really fun when it triggers. It does kind of invalidate all challenge and makes a game maybe too easy, but on a personal level, it's just charming whenever I can pull that combo off. And so, yeah, if my arrows could get stronger somehow, I don't think they're going to. That's the one problem, is that we haven't gotten a whole lot of things that scale my arrow damage. And at this point, we might not? I'm also really curious if the arrows can trigger lightning. I'm pretty sure they can't, but it's difficult to tell. It does feel like I'm getting a lot of lightning in here. Okay, crit chance. Because I believe both my arrows and my lightning can crit. And the next level of crit gives us fire rate. I might have to just pick up the fire rate upgrade. Next time it shows up. But not today. The ammo count might also be a good idea, but eh. This is actually going weirdly chill. I guess this does do a lot of damage. The stars weren't as good as I wanted them to be, whereas this is a run where almost every one of my proc effects has perfect accuracy. Dodge chance by 25%. I do want it. It did save me. What was I going to say? Oh, you know, we also reduced every enemy's speed by 20%, as opposed to the 10% from last time, so that probably is having an effect too. But yeah, the stars weren't accurate, and my bullets weren't accurate either, whereas this is, with the exception of the arrows that fly out of enemies that get killed, this is near perfect accuracy. You know, the arrows that spawn out of me will go for a target, my bullets go for a target, the lightning always hits a target. Unless the target is to, like, died a split second beforehand. So it's extremely hard for this build to miss. That means there's not a lot that are sneaking through the cracks, especially because I'm not spending a whole lot of time with that. I'm not wasting a whole lot of downtime here. Okay. Damage, crit damage, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll pick up that fire rate upgrade if it shows back up again. We might just get unlucky and not get it at all. I did have many opportunities to pick it up, but I was hoping to go for that roll bonus. But at this point, I don't know if we need it. That's a crit damage. Crit damage again. I wonder, can I pause and take a look at my stats? No. Yeah, see, I'd love to know what my crit chance and crit damage stats are. It's not quite 100%, I can tell you that much. At this point, the rat I'm playing at just looks like paralyzed. Like, it just doesn't even understand what's happening to it. Or the things around it. Hitting with a critical shot empowers your next attack with 60% increased crit damage. Ooh, that's really nice. Now, did I max out lightning? No, I've maxed out arrow. What's lightning up to? 6. Yeah, so we need to max out lightning. Crit if we can. And then fire rate. Surplus crit chance turns into crit damage. That's nice. But I'm going to go for rush 7 just to get that, since it seems like my fire rate scales. Yeah. But yeah, I almost kind of wish it had, like, a more panicked expression. It looks too chill for what's going on here. Like, if I was in the center of this, like, I would probably be laughing more than anything else. Just having a grand old time as everything around me explodes. Reroll and hope we get lightning. We did not. Sucks. Because, yeah, the extra crit would be nice, but I want to max out lightning just to get the unlock. Yeah, there are a couple of things that give me extra upgrade options. I might want to consider that. Might not be a bad idea. I'm also actually curious about some of these other characters that are much more, like, specific about their upgrades. Oh, okay, we get another one. Damn it. Bullet penetration. But, you know, the characters that are keyed in for, like, the stars or the arrows or whatnot. I wonder if that actually makes it really easy to pick what your build's going to be. I like this guy because they're just kind of solid, but if you start with just, like, a shit ton of stars, you could almost kind of disregard what half of your builds are gonna, like, what the rest of your build's going to be, because that just one ability will carry. I wish I'd still get upgrades in this situation. Alas, but at least I get a boatload of cheese. It's a solid run. Yeah, I think it just would have been nice if I'd managed to get the crit and the crit and the lightning maxed out instead of that extra bullet damage. But is what it is. I think what I'd probably do next time is probably just pick one arrow or lightning and focus on it, rather than both, because I think the both aren't really working together. At least I don't think lightning triggers. Or arrows, I don't think arrows trigger lightning. Lightning, I think, does trigger arrows, because whenever an enemy dies, they do spawn an arrow. Okay, so maybe there is actually a synergy there. I'll have to think about that. The other one is status effects, stuff like poison and whatnot. That I wonder if arrows can trigger poison. Well, I think we've made it further than the last one. We've definitely made a goofy amount of money. And here I was thinking the meta progression would take a while to grind through, but instead we are just absolutely swarming with cash. Jeez. I just want, like, okay, you know in Super Mario Galaxy how you're feeding star bits to, like, these stars that turn into planetoids and whatnot? I just want, like, a very big planetoid rat in the background that, like, every time we go back to base we feed it and it just gets bigger. Eventually becomes a black hole of cheese. Just a black hole with cheese holes in it. Don't think about it too hard. That would amuse me. It's kind of zen, just hanging out here, watching the screen explode, wondering when inevitably this is going to become too much for me. Watching is like the cute bouncy planetoids sneak ever closer. This is the kind of bullet heaven I'd probably recommend to, honestly, younger people. Like, a lot of bullet heavens can be, I think, too high stakes or too frustrating, maybe, or actually require a decent amount of knowledge on math. This one's pretty basic, so like, very much if you got a kid you want to get into bullet heavens. One, I might actually question why you are, because these are extremely addicting, but on the flip side, like, I could have seen myself going bananas for this one and bouncing off of, say, Nimrod super hard, because the math of Nimrods was just so much worse, more complex, and harder to work with. Now, the problem is I don't scale any further. Makes me wonder if going for the star character where you continuously scale... Do you scale? Because it's wave 30 plus 19. I wonder if you still get stars after wave 30 in this situation. I do not know. I would hope so. That would actually be really impressive. And yeah, the dodge chance is good. I just dodged 2 attacks in quick succession there, where I would have otherwise taken some damage. Boy, I'm going to be able to buy every single thing ever. I do wish I was still getting a couple of upgrades. Just a little bit. You know, maybe every 5 waves or something. You know, it slowly slows down. Yeah, this is where I'm toast. Still, 30 plus 22 is a pretty dang good wave to stop at. Restart. No thank you. I have cheese to spend. Okay, so what do we have? Max this out. This is maxed out. The extra upgrades... Oh, it only is 1 extra upgrade option. It moves and speed dodge chance? No. Extra hearts. And no, we want the fire rate, because fire rate is just universally good. Okay, so we now have mice. Gain the arrow upgrade at the start of the game. Arrow upgrades are more likely to appear. Arrows have increased damage. Enemies killed trigger your chance of summoning arrows. You just get that right from the get-go, cripes. After standing still for 3 seconds, gain extra fire rate and arrow damage. Arrows have increased projectile penetration. Places your hearts with metal hearts for every half heart missing. Increases your projectile damage and projectile penetration by a boatload. Crit chance. Arrows are insane. Alright. Let's see if I can afford all of these. They're certainly expensive. Okay, let's go for standing still for 3 seconds, get that. Don't get upgrades for 5 waves. After that, you get 3 upgrades for 5 waves. Need a little bit more money. Oh. We only get 1 of these paths. I think this one... Okay, so that kind of works out. Let's go with this. Let's see how the arrow machine gun works. Yeah, so I don't get upgrades for a while. Oh god, why is my ammo capacity so freaking high? What happened? It doesn't matter. But yeah. I think this is going to give me way more upgrades than I normally would. Which sounds great. But there's a lot of options. I like the fact that the talent tree, you have to choose. Like, which of these is the viable path, or which of these is the path you kind of want to take. Rather than just like, you get all of these. Okay, arrow, arrow, arrow. Because yeah, we might as well max that out. It is very much the linchpin of my build. Let's go crit chance. We don't care too deeply about projectile chance. Whenever you hit an enemy, you have a chance of summoning lightning. So maybe you do get lightning. And I know the lightning cannon will proc extra arrows, so like those two work. Let's see, shots have... Yeah, it's the your shots have a chance of inflicting poison. I don't think that actually works the way I want it to. Okay, projectile damage, movement speed, extra hearts. I'm gonna go with your shots. Let's go for lightning, because we want to unlock the lightning rat. Let's see, increases all damage sources by 40%, absolutely. Let's see, increases ammo by 30%. Sure. It doesn't really help me too much, but if we start getting the fire rate bonuses, that'll be big. I don't think it's something I want to work towards, though. Because, yeah, I think we want to get lightning and crit up to maximum if we can. Lightning at 5. 6. I don't think poison's really going to have much of an effect here. I don't think anything is going to live long enough. Alright, there's the fire rate. Oh, like, I'll take fire rate if it gives it to me. Because the maxed out fire rate upgrade means that I fire faster the more ammo I have, which is very good. This sucks. This smidge. The movement speed is meaningless. I guess I could have gone for like projectile damage, but I don't know if that would have done anything for me. Is it just going to lightning block me? It might. Ammo by 50%. I think I'm going to maintain, I still like the most basic starting rat. Possibly the most. Projectile damage by 50%, no. Let's see, ammo, projectile damage, and fire rate, which is tempting. But let's keep going crit. Let's keep going crit. Are we just never going to get lightning 6? Lightning 7. We got 8 waves for it to happen. Amount of cheese collected? Sure, I'll pick that up. Okay, fire rate and reload speed. Because yeah, the less downtime I have, the more arrows and lightning I'm able to proc off. Okay, go for that. But yeah, we might not get it. Yeah, there's an ideal build here that we're going to get kind of a sniff of. With really high fire rate. What is that? Ammo by 100%, which is very tempting. But I need the fire rate upgrade first. And like, maxed out arrows are going to be good enough. Did I max out crit? No. Crit's one upgrade from being done. Lightning's one upgrade from being done. Fire rate's one upgrade from being done. If we get super lucky, we get all 3 right before the end. And I will be a happy camper. Okay, well, we get the fire rate. Fire rate by 300%, depending on how low your ammo is. So that should mean it gets faster and faster. And we reload almost instantly. Seems to be working out. Nah, I didn't get it. We doubled my ammo count, though, which is insane. Please just give me lightning. I deserve it. I don't know why it's been so stingy about it. I mean, it's pure RNG, but... at the very least, let me max lightning or crit here. It did not. Well, ammo by 50%, current damage by 50% of your ammo. That's a lot. Yeah. Didn't get what I was looking for. Is what it is. At least we were able to max out the arrows really quickly. And, like, they do a stupid amount of damage. So, kind of hard to complain too much here. But now we're past wave 30. So, I guess with that, this very much is going to be the end of the run. There is the question of, like, how far are we going to be able to go? Last time we got effectively up to wave 52, which was very satisfying and quite good. And got me a silly amount of cheese. Oh, and we're going to get even more because I have the 50% extra cheese on this round. That's going to be nuts. Because, yeah, I'll be able to use this to go max out a non-existent character. Well, not non-existent character, but max out some other character that I don't have. Because I haven't been able to unlock them yet. I'll have to look at what the other characters are. I think it was all, like, Curse and Poison and Lightning. But there's probably at least, like... I think there's, like, 6 or 7 characters. So, there's, like, 1 or 2 that I'm blanking on. And that's fine. I don't know. It's just kind of chill. I like this. I look forward to doing one more video on this. So, I might as well mention that Rocket Rats is going to be available on December 17th, so it's going to be a little bit before this game actually is available for purchase. This is mostly just a, like, hey, go wishlist the game. So seriously, like, if this looks good to you, go add it to your Steam wishlist. It helps the developer immensely, especially leading up to release, as Steam will actually be like, hey, people are looking forward to this game, go try it out. Or at least add it to your wishlist and then try it out when it comes out. It does look like we were poisoning a lot of things, so maybe poison does proc off of just any enemy getting hit. So I will have to toy around with that. Because we might want to do like a star curse poison build. Probably. With some crit mixed in. But yeah, I will be back for another episode of this as well. On December 17th when the game actually comes out, and we'll just try and max out some of the other characters. Originally I thought this had like a much bigger and more, I don't want to say aggressive meta progression, or it was going to take a while to grind through it all. But actually it looks like if luck is on my side and I'm able to unlock the other characters, I might actually be able to see everything that this game has to offer within a handful of runs, with the exception of the different like trait paths and what that can do. And I'm fine with that. I really like games that have brevity nowadays, where I can get the full experience without feeling like I wasted my time or my money on them. I finished playing a game last night, rolled credits, and I was just like, that was extraordinarily disappointing. It's not that I was like particularly grumpy at the game, but it was just one of those where it's like it had so much promise and delivered on like a fraction of it, and so I was sitting there just a little sad because it's like, this could have been such a good game and it wasn't. Whereas like this one, I could roll credits after one more hour and I'd be perfectly fine with that. I think part of it is like, it's the mixture of potential, the fun of the mechanics, and then the novelty threshold. That if a game ends before it reaches its novelty threshold, it's still fun and it was a satisfying experience. If it ends too early, like way before it reaches that novelty threshold, then it feels like, yeah, this was just a tech demo and I wanted more game. But more often than not, most games outstay their welcome, and by the time they're done, I'm pretty ready to be done with them. There are some games with infinite novelty threshold, but those are few, far between, and it's really hard to like judge other games by that kind of standard. Wow, this is by and far my best run so far. We've taken exactly one hit, and we're almost about to reach wave 60. Still wish you could get like 1 or 2 upgrades. after the maximum, just for the sake of, like, otherwise I'm just sitting here. I could just go walk, like, go leave and see what wave I end up on. And maybe that's fine, too. It's not like I can play at the moment. If I do anything, I die, because the enemies are creeping ever closer with every round. But the thing is, the more enemies there are, the more arrows I proc, because every time an enemy dies, it spawns 2 arrows. And so, really, it's just going to be the point where... My god, they still haven't hit me yet. It's going to be the point where they can outlast my arrow spam taking them out. And currently that's not happening, which is incredibly impressive. I almost wish there was some level of prestiging for the meta progression system, just a little bit, or just like really expensive golden egg style things. I just wish I could get this character the rare upgrade perk and the reroll perk. Really, it's just those 3 on the meta progression section where it's just like, oh, I did take a hit. I would like to be able to have 5 options per level up, be able to re-roll in case I don't want them, and I still want more rare upgrades. Just because. But, alas, can't have it all. You cannot have your cheese and eat it too. I don't actually understand that phrase. It's something I have to look up the context for it, because it makes no sense to me. Of course I want to have my cake and eat it too. What am I supposed to do with the cake that I have that I cannot eat? And how can I eat a cake that I do not have? I don't know. We're gonna make it to wave 70. It's gonna be close. No. Got very close. And that's fine. Completion time 7 minutes. Total time 12 minutes. It's nice and short and satisfying. One thing it does very well is level trajectory. That one thing to bring up about a lot of bullet heavens that I think is bad is many of them are... I still think this is probably the best, because that got me more upgrades than normal. Because I lose out on 5... So yeah, so I'd end up with 40 upgrades, supposedly. Gear 5 could be interesting, I don't know what that does. This one's interesting as well. Every half heart missing increases your projectile damage and penetration by 60%. So like, that could actually be insanely powerful as well if you get the right build. So let's take a look at this guy. Doubles your chance of getting rares. Projectile damage by 10% for every upgrade you have. Isn't that like a 300% upgrade by the end? Oh, ooh. So the roll bonus was not triggering. Oh, that's why I wasn't getting it earlier. I feel like this one should be 1 down or something. Because yeah, 6 extra rolls. Every time you roll, you have a chance of getting an extra roll. Maybe. Yeah, doubles your chances of getting a rare. And projectile damage for every single upgrade you have. That is a 300% damage boost. Like, compared to this, which is good, this is insane. I mean, this actually is quite good. But I still don't think I'd go for it. Okay, so that's crit chance damage. Star allies shoot extra. Star allies have extra fire rate. Start with 2 extra star allies. Star shots stop earlier and explode with extra damage, wave-like path, projectile speed. No, I think we want to go this direction. The extra crit bonuses are nice. And then starting with 2 extra right from the get-go probably makes you pretty monstrous by the end. Either way, we're going to have to play around with that when this game comes out. So what's this one? Ammo 7. Oh. Ammo 7, Poison or Curse 7, and then Lightning 7. So we'll have to see if I can get all of those. We'll do a run with the Nerd Rat. Oh, he's got polka dots going on. But yeah, we'll have to try those when this game launches. So I guess once again, Rocket Rats is going to be available on December 17th, and is going to be $6, which I think is a more than fine price for what it is. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, and it does actually have a lot of build variety, even if ultimately you're going to see most of it in a like 2 to 5 hour period. But that's okay too, you know, it's the kind of game you see all of it, then you just load it up every once in a while where you're like, yeah, I just want a nice, easy bullet heaven to zen out with for a little bit. Before moving on to other things. So, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.